Hello there, everyone. It's Richard from Ghost Hunter Gaming. I promised there would be Yu-Gi-Oh and card game related content on this channel, so I am now delivering on that promise, and I'm starting off with a deck challenge. My friend White Ravager, who's currently using the camera,
Hang on. Hello.
has gotten me 3 copies of this. This is actually the first structure deck I ever got as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, Gear Guy Rampage. Now then, I said to Harry that as a challenge for the channel, I was going to try and make the best deck I can from 3 of these. So recently, he got 3 copies of this, along with some other decks. And I'm going to see what's the best deck I can make just using 3 of these. Now, to make things clear, I'm only allowing myself to use cards that are in the Gear Gaia Rampage structure deck.
So it's like the sealed only challenges.
Pretty much. And with that,
We'll see you in a bit.
alright, so the deck has been made, and here is the profile for it. I have also tested this out, and it is actually very good for going second. So, we're going to start off with 3 copies of Red Gadget, which allows us, and the gadgets, as well as 3 copies of yellow and 3 copies of green. The reason I put them as 3 of each is because they actually have the ability to search each other out, which is actually very useful when going into your rank 4 Ixies. There's also, just moving those up, 3 copies of Gear Gaiano Mark III, Gear Gaiano Mark II, and Gear Gaiano. Now this is actually funny because with Mark II you have the ability to special summon a Gear Gaia monster from your hand or graveyard, and if you have the other 2 in your hand, that leads to some really ridiculous plays, such as being able to bring out such as normal summon Gaiano Mark II, special summon Mark III, and then special summon Mark I with Mark III's effect.
Go.
Right. Then we also have 3 copies of Gear Gaia Augur. This acts as a searcher, helping you to get your Earth Machine monsters to your hand, which can either be any of the gadgets to help your gadget train, or Gear Gaiano Mark II, or any of the other Gear Gaianos, if you've got 2 in the hand, to help set off that chain. Then we've also got 3 copies of Ancient Gear Gajiltron Dragon. This acts as one of the heavy beaters. This for the deck. Ancient Gear Gajiltron Dragon, this acts as another one, and it also, and like Chimera, it also benefits off the gadgets. And last but not least, we got Oil Man, because not only does he act as an extra draw, but he also acts as an extra life for any of the cards, so they get destroyed.
Go.
Alright, now moving on to the spells, we have 3 copies of Gear Town, helping with our Ancient Gear plays. 3 copies of Double Summon, which actually helps with the gadget train, allowing you to special summon red, then search for yellow, then summon the yellow and search for green. And 1 copy of Terraforming to help get Gear Town to your hand if it isn't there already. Right. Next up we have the traps. 2 copies of Gear Gaia. These help get the Gear Gaia monsters onto the field, and it can also increase their levels. And also we got 3 copies of Stronghold the Moving Fortress, which acts as an extra wall in case you need it. And then finally we have the extra deck, which consists of 3 copies of Gear Gigant X and 3 copies of Gear Gigant XG, which both act as very powerful beaters, with Gear Gigant X also acting essentially as not only a searcher for level 4 machine monsters, but also he can also act as a monster reborn for level 3 or lower Gear Gaia monsters upon going to the graveyard. With Gigant XG, it has inbuilt negation, and also allows you to add a Gear Gaia monster from your graveyard to your hand in the case that it gets destroyed.
1,
So that was the Gear Gaia Rampage deck that I managed to make from the 3 structure decks. And actually, looking back through through the structure decks, actually made me feel very nostalgic for when I first started off playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It was nice to revisit this deck and actually make something better from it. I mean, we tested it out. Me and White Ravager tested it out just now, and holy hell, the deck actually managed to explode going second, showing that this deck truly is specialized for going second. We tried it going first, however, while it did struggle going, we did test it going first. While it did struggle going first, I think part of that might have also been down to the fact that we were testing it out against Zombie World, so you can tell that Zombie World is actually a pretty big weakness for the deck, just like with many other decks. But yeah, that was the first ever Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck chat, the first ever Yu-Gi-Oh! Challenge for this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any ideas that you would like to see me try to do, then please leave them down below in the comments, and I'll see about getting around to doing them at some point. This has been Richard from Ghost Hunter Gaming. Have a nice day.
Before we forget, don't forget to like, subscribe, and obviously comment what he said. As for me, White Ravager, there will be at some point some Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff going up on my channel. Probably the deck list for my Zombie World deck. Look forward to that. But yeah, this has been Ghost Hunter Gaming and White Ravager signing off. See you later, guys.